All right, guys, let's go ahead and give this another shot. Hopefully this will start to come through for you all. If not, I believe I'm recording this time. And so with recording, I will post this online after the fact. So where we were was we had talked a little bit about making sure you review the social media policy. We talked about the difference between the mobile and the desktop environment. We talked about keeping things clean generally, avoiding political things, profanity, those sort of things. Um, we talked about a little bit about your profile page, making sure that people who are on your personal page know that you sell Tupperware and that you love it. We talked a little bit about pages or groups, difference between the two. And then where we really started to dig in was talking about our posting, how to post. So the first thing I covered in posting or how to post that is sometimes overlooked was the fact that you can post to different timelines. And so you can post and say, I want to post this now, obviously, which most people do, but you can also post and say, I want to post this at a different date. And so when you're creating that post, you can schedule it. We talked about how on Facebook pages you can backdate those posts should you decide that you want to do that. A couple of other things I wanted to remind everyone of, because this often gets overlooked, is the different types of posts that you can do. So I'm on our Blooming Sales Company page here, what do you all think about this? I can come in and create a poll. So when I create a poll in here, I can add options. What do you think about this? I prefer blue, or I prefer red, or I don't care. So you can create these polls, and you can do these you can create polls in most of the different outlets, personal pages, personal profiles, pages, and groups. And they're just a really good way to sort of get a direction of what people are interested in, to do votes. So if you're doing a get together and you needed to go, what kind of food to bring. So all these sorts of things you can do in the polls. Now, sometimes overlooked in polls are the poll options. And what I like about poll options is you can allow, if you want to, anyone to add options. So maybe somebody says, I don't like blue or red, I prefer green. Then they can, the person who's taking the poll can add that option. Sometimes that's not what you want, though. So in this case, I'm going to say, you know what, I don't want to allow anyone to add options. They just have to pick blue, red, or say they don't care. You can also allow people to choose multiple options. So maybe there's 6 different choices and you want people to be able to say, I like 4 of those. That will allow them to choose multiple options. In this case, I don't want that. I just want to know everybody gets 1 vote. So I'm going to turn that particular thing off. And again, this is a poll on our group, and you'll notice here I can schedule that. So I could come into this and say, hey, I know we have team meetings. I'm going to schedule a post after the team meeting that's going to get some feedback. What did you think about this particular recipe? Did you like this recipe? Did you like the new way we presented this? Or maybe you posted us some sort of other follow-up poll information. Anyway, the point being that a lot of the content now in Facebook you are able to schedule, and they release things more and more each day. So I wanted to remind you that when you post, it doesn't always have to be a just text. You can do a poll. I'm going to get rid of this guy. No, we're not going to post this. And what we're going to do is I'm going to take a look at a couple of other types of posts that you can do. Now, obviously, most of you have already done, if you're on Facebook at all, the fact that when you go in to make a post, you can add a photo, right? And so right up here at the top, I can add a photo or a video. And this is a pretty familiar dialogue for most people. If you want to upload a photo or video, you can select right here to upload that photo or video. Where this comes from, most people are going to be doing this on the mobile environment because that's where a lot of us are taking our photos and videos. But just remember that is there, and keep in mind that the reason memes work is because they're visual and people will respond to them. They'll notice them more than just text. They will respond to them more than just text. And I'll tell you, the thing that people respond to and notice more than anything is video. As an online marketer, I can tell you right now, video is king. So if you have recorded yourself demoing a product, take that video and upload it to your Facebook group or your page or your personal account and telling people, hey, watch this video of me making salsa in our amazing Power Chef. Better yet, people love live video. Why do we love live video? Oftentimes because of the bloopers. We love watching people in their lives, okay? That's why reality TV was so popular for such a very long time, even though now it's not really reality TV. It's mostly scripted at this point. But we are very, very interested in what other human beings are doing in their lives. A lot of what we talk about in Tupperware is the Me Too. A lot of it is, hey, I've got kids and they're crazy too, and I have dogs and that's crazy too, and I have debt and I'm trying to get out of debt, and I want to associate myself with other people who are in the same stages, the same predicaments of life. The most powerful way that you can, in my opinion, share that in an online Facebook environment is by going live. How do you go live? Well, you'll notice, so this add photo video, this is for stuff that's already recorded. So this is photos and videos that it's on your phone. The process for doing this is essentially you to say, I'm going to upload a photo. It's going to ask me, where is the photo? And then I'm going to upload that photo and you take it from there. Live videos is a different story. I'm not going to click live video because I'm on a live video right now and I don't want to break anything. But live video is going to access your webcam, this thing up here, or if you're on a mobile phone, it's going to access one of the cameras on your mobile phone. And then it's going to ask you at that point, what do you want to title this video? I'm making dinner using the pressure cooker. And then you're going to post that and you're live. You guys, it is that simple. It used to be you had to have tens of thousands of dollars of equipment to be able to live broadcast to your customers. And so that's why nobody did it, right? So 15 years ago, we weren't creating basically TV commercials for our customers because it was too expensive. Now all the technology you need in order to do that is right here in your smartphone, and I know most of you have one. And so I really encourage you, go live often, frequently, on your personal page to get new customers, and on your team pages to encourage your team to go live on their personal pages to get new customers. So with that, I have a couple of quick tips about going live. The first thing is, it doesn't have to be perfect. Okay, it won't be perfect. You'll say the wrong things. The recipe might go badly. You'll forget an ingredient. You'll call it the stack cooker instead of the pressure cooker, or vice versa. That's going to happen, and that's all part of it, and that's okay. So just know you're going to screw something up a little bit. And then when it happens, you're like, oh, I was expecting that to happen. I was expecting this not to be perfect. 2, don't worry too much about what you look like, the lighting and the sound and all those sort of things. Don't obsess with it. Obviously, you want to have as good a lighting as you can, right? So it might mean grabbing a lamp from the other room. It might mean, that sort of thing. As far as audio quality, again, it'd be great if you have a microphone in order to do that. But if you don't, then sometimes it's just as simple as putting the dogs outside, telling the husband and kids, hey, I'm doing this video. Can you all be quiet for 10 minutes? And then when we're done, I'll make ice cream or something along those lines. Don't be afraid to use ice cream as a tool. Your kitchen, should it be clean? Yeah. Does it need to be perfect? No. I mean, you probably don't want dishes in the sink from 4 days ago. But at the same time, you don't have to have the cleaning lady come through and make everything perfect, because the people you're talking to, they're not perfect. The point is to do it. Don't be afraid to do it. Get used to doing it. Practice. Go on your team pages or on your directors pages or your company pages and practice there until you really get comfortable doing it in order to go live on your own personal page. So I highly recommend you go live very, very, very frequently. So on here we talked about writing a post. We talked about how you can, as you write a post, you can dress it up with some different colors. We talked about creating a poll. We talked about adding photos and videos and why that's important. We talked about live video, why that's important, and I gave a couple tips about that. Another fun thing to do is to include a GIF. And so what a GIF is you'll notice it here in the list. A GIF gives you the ability to add sort of little funny pictures. So maybe here's this one that says, I miss you, right? So I can put this on here, it says, I miss you, and I might type in, I miss all my Tupper friends, something along those lines. Anyhow, the ability to add GIFs to this, why is that important? Because again, people who are watching this, oh, I think we might have trick-or-treaters. Okay, they're going to take care of the trick-or-treaters behind me. But people that are going live and doing this, that are watching these videos, trick-or-treat.
Oh, Bella, wait.
Hi, sweetie. Hi. There we go. All right, he's passing out some candy. So in order, oftentimes, I'll let this clear out here. Okay, so back to GIFs. Sorry about that. They're eye-catching. People are very visual, especially when they're in an online environment. They draw your attention to it, and so those can be fun things that you can do. Again, be careful. There could be some sensitive things in there. You don't want to put anything offensive in there. So with Facebook, the remaining content types, let me clear this out here. There are a lot of other items in here. You can check in, you can tag friends, all those sort of things. Most of that is checking in isn't something I do very often for my Tupperware business, but definitely tagging friends. That's pretty simple. As you click on tag friend, it's going to say, who are you with? We use tags for a lot of different things. What's nice about them is when you tag somebody, it's going to give them a notification. So if I tag an event, or I tag a photo, or I tag a video, they're going to get a notification, usually on their mobile device, that says, Travis tagged you on this. And then there's going to be a link, and when I click on that link, it's going to take me to that photo, or take me to that video, or whatever it is, in order to view that. So make sure you tag frequently. Now, don't abuse the tag, okay? Oftentimes what I'll see is somebody will say, hey, this is an amazing opportunity, pressure cooker, $15, and they will tag 100 people. You guys, that is not a relationship sort of thing. That is spam. It's definitely something you want to do when you want to tag a few people, or, oh my gosh, I was just talking about the pressure cooker with so-and-so, I'm going to tag her. But don't go tag your entire friend list. That's spammy, and quite honestly, that can get you banned from Tupperware, or from Facebook. They will turn functionality off if you abuse it. So we talked about polls, gifts. Did we talk about? Let me go over to my personal page here. Whoops. So I'm going to go to my personal page and show you another thing that does not get used very often that I'm a big fan of. Let's go here. When I come in here to add a different a post here, I can add a list. So what's cool about a list, so I'm going to click on a list, is it creates this formatting. So I can say, you know, I'm going to create a list and the title of the list is my favorite pieces of Tupperware. Micro Pro Grill is one of my faves. I would say that probably number 2 would be the Power Chef. And let's do number 3 is a pressure cooker. Okay, so I've created this list here. Okay, and I can color it, so I'm going to make it something that's going to be, I like green, so green's going to come in here. And then I can say something about this list. So I can say, my third favorite piece of Tupperware is available for $15 if you join my team this week. Message me for details. Okay, so I've got a list I've created. It's my favorite pieces of Tupperware, and I'm telling them my third favorite piece is available for $15 if you join my team this week. Message me for details. I'm going to go ahead and post that. And when I post that, you will see how it shows up as a list. This nice eye-catching list that shows up here. I'm inviting people to message me for details about this. And so lists are something that are a fun piece that you can add on your personal page. I will say I don't think the list features are available across the board on pages and groups, but lists are a fun thing that you can add on your personal page. Okay, we are coming up on, I've been at this for about 50 minutes, so I try to keep this under an hour. So one of the last things I wanted to show you, and again, Facebook is huge, right? There are tons and tons and tons of features in Facebook. So I'm not going to be able to cover all of them. What I wanted to do is really highlight a few of them that not everyone is aware of, and talk about the importance of doing things like going live and posting photos and videos and those sort of things. When you do have a group, I'm going to go back to our Blooming Sales Company group. And the reason I want to come back to this is because one of the things that we talk about a lot in our company is, keeping track of your efforts and what they're yielding you. So when you spend all that time at a vendor event, what are you getting out of it? Are you getting a bunch of contacts? Are you those contacts booking parties? Are you getting recruits? Those sort of things. Keeping track of that data so that you know when the same vendor event comes up the next year, you can say, you know what, I spent $100 to go to this event and nothing happened. And I feel like I did a really good job. And so maybe that's just not the best audience for me, perhaps. And so keeping track of that. So it's the same thing here with groups. And so in Facebook over here on the left side, you have this tool that's called Group Insights. So I'm going to click on Group Insights. And what this is going to do is this is going to give us some metrics on how our group is performing. Okay, so it's going to tell me, how many members do I have? Am I growing or not? What's my engagement? This is really key. So you spend all this time on Facebook posting all of these things. Are people even paying attention to it? So I'm going to look at engagement. So I'm going to click right here in the middle on more engagement details. And this is going to tell me over the last 28 days, there's been 306 posts, which is 10% increase over the previous month. Active members, how many of my members are active? Look at this, you guys. When are they active? When should I be posting things? And you'll see right here, right around 5 o'clock, they're super active, right? So that's important. What days of the week are they active? Well, they're active on Mondays and Tuesdays. There's a reason for that. We do recognition on Monday on Facebook. We do a segment called Talk to Me Tuesday on Tuesday. So they're super active on those days. So guess what? If I have something super important I need to announce to my team, or an announcement I want to make to my VIP group, I'm going to do it on a Monday around 5 o'clock because that's when they're paying attention. What I'm not going to do is choose Thursday at 3 in the morning, right? Because I can see they're not engaging there. Another fun thing to do here is look at let me see, this is the top post. So I want to go to the member details. So I'm going to click on member details, and I can see who my top contributors are. You guys, how fun is this to be able to say, you know what, I'm going to send something to the top 5 people that have contributed to my Facebook group. Whether they've commented, they've liked things, whatever it is, these are the 5 people that are helping me spread the word about my business. I'm going to acknowledge that and send them something in the mail from Tupperware to just show them how much I appreciate them. What a wonderful thing to do. And so, of course, we can look at and reward those top contributors. You can drill down into here and you can find out, but no big surprise, 95% of them are women. Most of them are from the United States. This is a very telling one. Where are they located? We have a lot of folks in Albany, Lebanon, Portland, Salem, Clackamas, right? So that's important information that can help you make decisions on things. Up here at the top of all of this, there's this download details. Nearly all of the analytics found in Group Insights, you can download them, and then you could take action on those details of that. So again, this is getting really into the advanced nerdy stuff, but if you have a Facebook group or a Facebook page, you have these insights so that you can make smart strategic decisions with your Facebook posting moving forward. So I'm going to wrap this up, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to, I know there were some streaming problems early. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go back. I lost my Facebook feed person. I think she might be, oh yes, there you are. She's no longer monitoring the Facebook comments. She's now turned into a witch.
Brooklyn was monitoring it.
Okay. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to go in and answer some questions there. I'm going to make sure both of these, I know this is now in 2 videos, I'm going to make sure that they posted correctly. If they didn't, I will re-record this and post a nice clean version. I'm hoping we don't have to do that. But again, I really appreciate you guys spending some time with me. Hopefully you learned a few things about Facebook with regard to how you post, what you post, where you post, those sort of things. So thank you so much for joining me. I really appreciate it. And we will talk again 1 week from today, where we're going to be doing our Tech Bootcamp Part 3, which is on Google Calendars. So thank you so much for joining me. Happy Halloween for those that celebrate, and goodbye.